Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will talk about retirement planning. Retirement planning is a multi-step process that evolves over time. To have a comfortable, secure, and fun retirement, you need to build the financial cushion that will fund it all. Retirement planning starts with thinking about your retirement goals and how long you have to meet them. Then you need to look at the types of retirement accounts that can help you raise the money to fund your future. As you save that money, you have to invest it to enable it to grow. The last part of planning is taxes. If you've received tax deductions over the years for the money that you've contributed to your retirement accounts, then a significant tax bill awaits when you start withdrawing those savings. There are ways to minimize the retirement tax hit while you save for the future, and to continue the process when that day arrives and you actually stop working. We'll get into all of these issues here, but first, start by learning the 5 steps that everyone should take, no matter what their age, to build a solid retirement plan. How much do you need to save for retirement? Before anyone starts crunching the numbers on their retirement goals, they will need a good idea of how much money they need to save. Naturally, this will depend on many situational factors, such as their annual income and the age when they plan to retire. While there is no fixed rule about how much money to save, many retirement experts offer rules of thumb, such as saving about $1 million or 12 years of one's pre-retirement annual income. Others recommend the 4% rule, which suggests that retirees should spend no more than 4% of their retirement savings each year in order to ensure a comfortable retirement. Factors to consider. As you begin to think about retirement, it is worthwhile to consider some of the factors that will affect your retirement goals. For example, what are your family plans? For many people, starting a family is a central life goal, but having children can also put a large dent in your savings. For that reason, the type of family you hope to have will play a factor in your retirement planning. Once you have thought these factors through, these are the next steps for planning your retirement. 1. Understand your time horizon. Your current age and expected retirement age create the initial groundwork for an effective retirement strategy. The longer the time from today to retirement, the higher the level of risk that your portfolio can withstand. If you're young and have 30+ years until retirement, you can have the majority of your assets in riskier investments, such as stocks. There will be volatility, but stocks have historically outperformed other securities, such as bonds, over long time periods. The main word here is long, meaning at least more than 10 years. Additionally, you need returns that outpace inflation so you can maintain your purchasing power during retirement. Inflation is like an acorn. It starts out small, but given enough time, can turn into a mighty oak tree, says Chris Hammond, a Savannah 10 financial advisor and founder of retirementplanningmadeeasy.com. We've all heard and want compound growth on our money. Hammond adds, well, inflation is like compound anti-growth as it erodes the value of your money. A seemingly small inflation rate of 3% will erode the value of your savings by 50% over approximately 24 years. Doesn't seem like much each year, but given enough time, it has a huge impact. In general, the older you are, the more your portfolio should be focused on income and the preservation of capital. This means a higher allocation in less risky securities, such as bonds, that won't give you the returns of stocks, but will be less volatile and provide income that you can use to live on. You will also have less concern about inflation. A 64-year-old who is planning on retiring next year does not have the same issues about a rise in the cost of living as a much younger professional who has just entered the workforce. You should break up your retirement plan into multiple components. Let's say a parent wants to retire in 2 years, pay for a child's education at age 18, and move to Florida. 2. Determine retirement spending needs. Having realistic expectations about post-retirement spending habits will help you define the required size of a retirement portfolio. Most people believe that after retirement, their annual spending will amount to only 70% to 80% of what they spent previously. Such an assumption is often proven unrealistic, especially if the mortgage has not been paid off, or if unforeseen medical expenses occur. Retired adults also sometimes spend their first years splurging on travel or other bucket list goals. As by definition, Retired adults are no longer at work for 8 or more hours a day. They have more time to travel, go sightseeing, shop, and engage in other expensive activities. One of the factors, if not the largest, in the longevity of your retirement portfolio is your withdrawal rate. Having an accurate estimate of what your expenses will be in retirement is so important because it will affect how much you withdraw each year and how you invest in your account. 3. Calculate after-tax rate of investment returns. Once the expected time horizons and spending requirements are determined, the after-tax real rate of return must be calculated to assess the feasibility of the portfolio producing the needed income. A required rate of return in excess of 10% before taxes is normally an unrealistic expectation, even for long-term investing. As you age, this return threshold goes down, as low-risk retirement portfolios are largely composed of low-yielding fixed-income securities. If, for example, an individual has a retirement portfolio worth $400,000 and income needs of $50,000, assuming no taxes and the preservation of the portfolio balance, they are relying on an excessive 12.5% return to get by. A primary advantage of planning for retirement at an early age is that the portfolio can be grown to safeguard a realistic rate of return. Using a gross retirement investment account of $1 million, the expected return would be a much more reasonable 5%. 4. Assess risk tolerance versus investment goals. Whether it's you or a professional money manager who is in charge of the investment decisions, a proper portfolio allocation that balances the concerns of risk aversion and returns objectives is arguably the most important step in retirement planning. How much risk are you willing to take to meet your objectives? Should some income be set aside in risk-free treasury bonds for required expenditures? You need to make sure that you are comfortable with the risks being taken in your portfolio and know what is necessary and what is a luxury. Don't be a micromanager who reacts to daily market noise, advises Craig L. Israelson, Ph.D., designer of 712 Portfolio in Springville, Utah. 5. Stay on top of estate planning. Estate planning is another key step in a well-rounded retirement plan, and each aspect requires the expertise of different professionals, such as lawyers and accountants, in that specific field. Life insurance is also an important part of an estate plan and the retirement planning process. Having both a proper estate plan and life insurance coverage ensures that your assets are distributed in a manner of your choosing, and that your loved ones will not experience financial hardship following your death. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.